The vintage designer stores in Tokyo are insane. I came out on the hunt for a chocolate brown Birkin, but actually ended up going home with some other things instead. The first store I went to was like a jumble sale. I had a lot of comments on my last video saying these bags are fake. It's illegal to sell fake bags in Japan, so you don't have to worry about what you buy being inauthentic. Love this Birkin 25. It's practically the same price you'd pay on resale in the UK. If you're after a black Hermes Kelly, there are thousands in Tokyo, and you can find them for around 1 million yen, which is like £5,000. Alou Vintage is owned by the guy that bought the Jane Birkin at auction for £8 million. Most things in here were new and the same price you'd pay on resale in the UK. And more vintage is probably the one you've seen all over TikTok. There are 5 different stores. This one had all the Hermes bags. The selection in here is amazing, but these are very expensive for what they are. Liked this vintage Birkin, but not enough to spend £12,000 on it, and it wasn't in the best condition. They did, however, have some really unique pieces in here that were cool to look at. If I had £25,000 spare, I'd totally buy this shearling pusher. I kind of decided at this point that I didn't want a vintage Birkin anymore, and I think I'm going to stick to the new ones. So my eyes started turning to other things, and I found this vintage Chanel belt that I love. This was around £1,200, which is pretty much what you pay for them in the UK. So it wasn't a bargain, but it's been on my wish list for ages. The third Amour store I went to was full of Chanel bags. They had an amazing selection in here, and the prices were okay. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video on all of the Amour stores with prices. The last store I went to was called Kameo. It's got 4 floors. This had the best prices in all of Tokyo, and they had an amazing selection of vintage Chanel earrings. I picked up these pearl ones for around £250. They had loads of vintage Hermes Kellys in here for under 1 million yen, which is £5,000. And on reflection, I kind of wish I'd got this chocolate brown classic flat, which was around £3,000. Moral of the story is, if you shop around here, you will find some bargains, but most pieces are more expensive than they are in the UK.